would give him one personally. You would hand deliver one.
What?
Missed opportunity.
Oh, this is the worst tweet ever. Things are misspelled. I don't care.
Letters that shouldn't be capitalized or capitalized. Going live.
I have
paints
the,
the
I have,
picture,
I have
though.
the little. What is that? What do you call that? The little
Hyphen?
No, the squiggly line.
Tilde.
The tilde. Yeah,
Tilde?
as
Is it tilde or tilde?
A tilde.
Tilde.
Yeah. Use
Tilde
that.
sounds like the
no,
name
that's
of a
I
fat
tweeted.
girl.
Mars. It's just titled Mars.
We were out of time. How do you think we started on time?
All right, no, it's good. It's good. We're on time. Okay. Hey, everyone, and welcome to Awesome Hardware. This is the live show. Kyle and I do it every Tuesday evening at 5:30 p.m. Pacific time, and we split the show in half. So the first half of this episode, which is episode number 79, has already been broadcast on Kyle's channel, which is Bitwit, or Awesome Sauce News. I mean, if you want to type it in directly. Just Bitwit. Just only Bitwit.
We don't speak of that name anymore.
We are now on the second half, which is on my channel, Awesome Paul's Hardware.
Oh God.
Paul's Hardware. And just in case you're wondering, yes, I've had a few drinks. Normally,
We both have.
I try to keep things, I try to have some semblance of normalcy on my half of the show. But really, this one might be a little messy, so let's start off by thanking Joshua H. For your $5 donation. You need a build for a PC for someone and Muse for mass storage and GoPro editing. A good CPU-GPU combo, $800 overall budget? I don't know. Get a 6400 or 6500 Skylake processor and...
I mean, RX 480.
What?
Would be good if you're with an $800 budget.
He says mass storage and light GoPro video editing. What does he need an RX 480 for?
Because why not?
Doesn't matter.
It's only $200. Jeez.
Also, M Wines, thank you for your $10 donation. Keep up the good work. We will. We definitely will. Why do we have no donation or link on our Twitch channel? Because we also broadcast live to twitch.tv/awesomehardware. And we are not partnered with Twitch yet. Mainly because we are lazy.
Yeah.
We know people at Twitch. We have friends at Twitch. I have directly talked to the guy who's like, I don't know if he's in charge of partnerships, but he works in the partnerships department.
He
was
has
like,
power.
and he was like, send me an email. And I was like, yes. And I never did.
One year later.
Yeah, that's where we're at right now.
Yeah.
Finally,
happen.
Cody Brown. Oh, jeez, guys, stop donating. Cody Brown with a $5 donation. What's the best 1070 in the market right now?
I haven't tested all of them, but
yeah. Anyone that's actually less than $400.
Yeah.
Yeah. But Asus, Gigabyte,
MSI. I mean, they're
MSI,
all.
they're all very nice.
It's
Pick
preference.
which one you think looks the best.
Yeah.
Andrew Jones, thank you for your $5 donation, and I'm glad we are entertaining you. What's our take on Star Citizen and the size of the game?
It's big.
I have very, very minimal. I tried out the Dogfighter module when it first came out. Really haven't done too much besides that. Is it really expansive? How much space does it take up right now?
I do not know. But if Elon Musk is already like blueprinting plans to go to colonize Mars, then freaking the devs at Star Citizen need to get their shit together.
Should be on top of stuff.
Does not look good for them.
Yeah. And honestly, at this point, I feel like.
Okay.
Wow,
Should
Heroes.
we send us a pizza or something?
No, that's probably just my wife returning.
Okay.
Yeah, my wife's probably home. Sorry about the barking, guys. Hero is making really weird noises.
He is. He sounds possessed.
He has this like. He gets really like tense up in the throat area when he barks, and then he makes this weird noise. It's strange. Chris Camarena, thank you for your $10 donation.
Woo woo.
And wow, we are really distracted at the beginning of the show. I'm glad we have entertained you, in the at least. I'm bad talking. Guys, if you want to help support us, not that we've done much to impress you so far, but paulshardware.net or store.paulshardware.net is where you can check out my store. I have shirts, mugs, and pint glasses. They're all available there. We'll give you a little shout out at the end of the show if you happen to order while we are live. Also, Kyle's store is bitwit.tech/store. He has a bunch of varieties of shirts also available there, so check them out and help support us and our endeavors. Also, we are going to TwitchCon this coming weekend.
We are.
Right now it's Tuesday. TwitchCon is this weekend, Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. We will be there. We're going to have a fan meetup at the Tipsy Crow. This one has been organized by Josh from Fractal Design, so big thank you to him for putting in the extra time and effort to set this up. I'm going to be there. Kyle's going to be there. Luke from Linus Tech Tips is going to be there. Steve, a.k.a. Steve OMG, is going to be there. And there's probably going to be some other folks there as well. So if you happen to be over 21 and okay with a $5 cover charge, please come and join us. If you are not over 21, we're going to do another separate meetup that's actually at TwitchCon, probably on Saturday.
Yeah.
And that way we can hang out with everybody.
Yep.
Right.
Follow us on Twitter for more like updates and stuff for both those things.
And Kyle's doing a Twitter live stream on Thursday evening.
Yes.
As well on his Twitch channel, Bitwit Kai.
Yeah.
BITWITKY.
Correct. And I'll be posting a video on my channel later this week, probably tomorrow, detailing all the stuff you need to know about that stream. Should be
Groovy.
fun.
All right. Let's continue the show with news. Because theoretically, that is why people watch this show, is to learn a few things about what the hell's going on in the tech world. So we're going to start off.
What is going on in the tech world, Paul?
Well, Kyle, AMD has been sort of going towards the launch of their actual Zen CPU architecture, which we're expecting early in 2017. But along with that, they have new versions of their existing CPU architecture, which they're pairing with these chipsets on the AM4 platform.
So what do each of these chipsets mean?
Thank you for asking that question, Kyle. I can answer that right now. All right, so there's the X370, the B350, and the A320.
Which one's the best?
The X370 is the best one.
Good. That's the one I'm getting.
That's right at the top. That's the
buy that
high-end one. That one will allow you to do overclocking.
Damn right.
One will also allow you to do multi-GPU rendering. So if you want a Crossfire or SLI configuration, you will want that one. It's got two full by 16 PCI Express slots. That is Gen 3. We've been waiting for the Gen 3, on AMD side, so that's cool.
Yeah.
And then beyond the X370, we also have the B350 and the A320. So this slide we're looking at right here is actually covering those. This is the mainstream segment, specifically the A320. I'm sorry, the B350 is mainstream, and the A320 is more small form factor or budget, and all of these sort of more detailed specs are listed right here. This is a Guru 3D article, by the way. So, compatible with 7th gen AMD APUs. By H Gen 3, so you're not going to get as much PCI Express bandwidth, but you will be able to support at least a single graphics card from AMD or NVIDIA. That will be enough for that. 2-channel DDR4. It's also got USB 3.1 as well as 3.1 Gen 2, 3.1 Gen 1, and 2.0. This is mainly going to give you 4 3.1 Gen 1 ports. I would imagine the 3.1 Gen 2 ports would be reserved for the X370 chipset.
Mm-hmm.
For storage, you have 2 SATA, 2 NVMe, or 2 SATA and 2 PCIe. Of course, the chipset provides a certain number of lanes and available connections, and then it's up to the motherboard manufacturer to actually decide how they want to set stuff up. So, more specifically for the B350, for USB support, 2 plus 2 plus 6 is what you get for 3.1 Gen 2, 3.1 Gen 1, and 2.0. 2 plus 1 on SATA and SATA Express, but plus 6 more lanes of PCIe Gen 2 connectivity. So if you're looking at SATA connectivity and like, wow, that's not very many SATA ports, they have all these extra Gen 2 lanes to add more SATA connectivity to the board, so you probably get additional ones of those beyond the SATA Express. And they do support SATA RAID 0, 1, and 10, so I couldn't imagine SATA RAID 10 support, for example, on a, with 2 available ports. That wouldn't make much sense. So probably most motherboards are going to have more than that, but it's up to them. So, if they want to if they want to push more of these lanes over to NVMe or something like that, they can.
I'm curious. Oh yeah, go ahead.
I was just going to say A320, which is more of a budget chipset for small form factors, will have a little bit less connectivity, only one USB 3.1 Gen 2 port, and only four lanes of Gen 2 support for additional general purpose connectivity. So, but still SATA RAID support as well. So, nice to know that you get that RAID support.
I was gonna say, I wonder if, since the A320 chipset is intended for small form factor boards, if the X370 chipset is still going to be offered in mini ITX varieties.
I would have to say yes.
I would hope so, yeah.
I mean, that's a guess. I would guess yes. Yeah, I mean, A320 being specifically geared towards small form factor is just going to be like, look, it's small form factor because they don't need the additional space for anything beyond what they're putting in there.
Yeah.
You don't need the space for a graphics card because you're directly, you have that via an APU or something like that. So you don't need the extra connectivity for the extra stuff that's in there. So, yeah, I mean, that'd be my guess for the A320. But yeah, X370 chipset in a mini ITX motherboard, yes, hopefully we'll also see that as well, because there's going to be people who want to build a high-end, gaming system with...
in a toaster.
Yeah, with an AMD Zen processor and a Vega GPU, preferably in a mini ITX form factor. I really hope they have support for something like that.
Yeah.
Real quick, FlareStorm99, thank you for your $1 donation. Did I get your package? Maybe. I haven't checked my P.O. Box in a week or so, so maybe it's in the P.O. Box. But I'll double check it again soon. But thank you for sending me your package anyway. Couple more slides here just to show really quick. They are noting that the actual wattage that's drawn by the different chipsets that they've made in the past has been improved upon. So the B350 chipset at least will draw 5.8 watts versus their other chipsets such as the 970, which draw up to 19.6 watts. So when it comes to power consumption and lower heat generation, which isn't something you'd usually consider when you're talking about a chipset.
Yeah.
But, I mean, that's still an improvement. And then if you're looking at the last generation to current generation, if you're comparing what's what, 990FX and A88X on the AM3 Plus and FM2 platforms, respectively, will both be replaced by AMD X370. 970 and A78 will be replaced by the AMD B350, and the 760G and A68H will be replaced by the A320.
Sounds good.
They have no equivalent in the small form factor area, though, so AMD XB-A300. So maybe they will have an even lower end chipset beyond this for small form factor.
Yeah.
That will maybe go towards like pre-built systems or integrated solutions or something like that.
Cool.
So there's a little bit more information on AMD's upcoming chipsets. Now, the one thing I did notice from this that I was specifically looking for was Zen exclusivity. Did I enunciate that properly? You need to help me out here, Kyle. I've had too much to drink.
No, yeah, you did well on that line.
Zen exclusivity.
Sure.
Which is something that we were hoping would not be a thing, because it would suck to say, like, you can only fit a Zen processor in the
X370
chipset motherboards.
Yeah.
So yeah. That remains to be seen. I'm sure there might be connectivity and exclusivity and compatibility. That's the word I'm looking for. There might be compatibility limitations in the future still. But at least from what we've been shown so far, that doesn't seem to be the case. So that's cool. Although overclocking.
That's what I was going to say, is why would someone get a Zen processor with a non-overclockable
So it might just be a thing where, like, the Zen processors are all unlocked, which AMD has done in the past. They've often touted that as being like, you can overclock anything. AMD processor all the way down to the $100 chips. So they might say that, you can overclock any AMD Zen processor, even the budget ones that we come out with fewer cores or that kind of thing. But you need the X370 chipset for that.
Definitely seems like they're following the Intel model.
Yeah. which has worked to some degree.
Yeah.
Although it has made the cooler stuff more expensive, which what can you do?
It's bound to happen.
All right.
Next up, we've got what?
The GeForce
1050?
GTX 1050 and 1050 Ti, as teased here on the videocards.com website. So basically, we have some specs that have leaked. We also have some frequencies that have leaked. These are all rumors. These are rumors and speculation. It's all fake. Nobody should listen to anything we say right now. But if it is true, we have a new GPU, a GP107 GPU, which is different than the GP104 for example, or the GP, what is it, the 106?
106, 102.
Yeah. So the GP107 has, at minimum, 768 CUDA cores, but possibly less than that if you go down to the GTX 1050. According to Hardware Battle, the website where a lot of this information came from, both of these cards should launch next month. The 1050 Ti should be first in mid-October, and the non-Ti standard 1050 will be further, or at least a little bit later, at the end of October. Bench Life also posted some actual.
So based on the specs and the CUDA core count of the 1050 and Ti, these are probably going to be competing with the RX 460 and 470, I would imagine, right? This is NVIDIA's response to those two low-end cards, entry-level cards.
Much of the Bench Life website is in Chinese because it is a Chinese website.
Should have anticipated.
Sorry, yeah. So these would be mainly competitors for, at least on the AMD side, the 460, 2 gig, 460, 4 gig. 470 is a little bit more expensive, so I feel like the 1062 gig is kind of AMD's
3 gig.
What?
The 1063 gig?
There's no 1063 gig.
I thought it was 3 gigs.
No, it's a 4 gig and a 2 gig.
GTX 1060?
Yeah.
I'm sorry.
I think that's right. I hope that's right.
I know nothing.
I don't know. I've been drinking. I could be wrong. Could totally be wrong.
Come on.
You look that up right now. The 1050 and 1050i rumored.
3 gigs, you noob.
What? Oh, the 1060 is 3 and 6 gigs?
Yeah.
I've been drinking. Sorry.
That's true.
Sorry.
You had 2 of those hard ciders.
No, you're all right. Kyle, thank you for correcting me. So that's why we have 2 people here.
That's right.
Google.
You do the same for me.
Google Translate. Google Translate.
Translate the drunkenness.
I'm trying to drink water. There's a 3 gig and a 6 gig for the 1060. Okay. At least my fundamentals were correct, though.
Yes.
Because fundamentally, I was thinking.
You were thinking.
If it were like.
I can prove that you were thinking.
If it were like the 1070 or the 1080, which are 8 gig cards, they couldn't cut an 8 gig card down to 6 gigs or down to 3 gigs. They could only cut an 8 gig to 4.
Right.
So that's.
So
that's.
Your formula and
based
the formula
on the memory
in your head
controller.
was correct.
I had fundamental correctness in my thinking. This is the worst.
You're digging.
This is the worst live show I've ever done.
Deeper.
That's all right. Let's go back to the story we were talking about and distract everyone from anything else.
Let this be a lesson to all of you to never drink hard cider.
Yeah, it's a bad idea.
Raspberry cider, don't do it.
All right.
This has been a PSA for all of you.
So, the Pascal GP107 based 1050 and 1050 Ti, if they actually exist, based on the charts here on videocards.com, the 1050 will have a 2 gig frame buffer. The 1050 Ti will have a 4 gig frame buffer. And according to Hardware Battle, the website also linked in this article, both cards will launch next month. Ti in the first mid-October and non-Ti at the end of the month. BenchLife has posted clock speeds of these cards. Clock speeds right here. Or you can click on the BenchLife actual article.
Okay.
1050 Ti will run at 1290 base clock and 1382 megahertz boost clock. The 1050 will be faster than that from a megahertz standpoint. 1354 base, 1455 boost. And then both cards will feature a 128-bit memory interface and a 75-watt TDP.
Okay.
All that sounds reasonable. And...
sounds legit.
Legit.
Well, I'm
Super
hoping
legit.
for good things.
I don't know.
I don't know. So is this probably going to perform on par with like a GTX 10, or I'm sorry, like a 960? Or maybe?
I have no idea.
Probably like 960.
I do not know.
But for way less money.
The base cock. He's a higher base cock. Yeah, I really don't know.
Yeah.
My speculation in that area is not my forte, at least not when I've been drinking. So, yeah. Well,
and it's from videocards.com.
It
so
is from
everything
videocards.com,
everything you read on
yeah.
that site should be taken with a grain of salt.
Much of that might be rumor and
not
whatnot.
too much point in speculating.
All right. Next story here. Nissan has been using its automotive AI technology to create self-queuing chairs. Why are you laughing, Kyle? This is awesome.
You
shut up. Shut your mouth. This is the ProPilot chair program. Look at this video. Watch this video here. How often have you been sitting down thinking to yourself, man, I don't want to get up? This is the answer.
That's me right now,
this
all
is
the time.
Answer to that.
Okay.
These ProPilot chairs use autonomous vehicle technology.
Oh my God, it's Wall-E coming true.
Yeah, so the same technology that Nissan has been developing to use in its automated cars, like self-driving cars, the chairs can now detect and sense the movements of the chairs next to them, as well as move accordingly, maintaining a fixed distance along the queue. And then they can also go back and restart.
Oh my God, are you serious?
So they're like smart chairs.
We've reached an all-new low, an all-time low of how lazy we are, where we need automated chairs. So like, do you ever wish that the chair would just pull itself out under the table for you to sit down on? Yeah. Are you tired of pulling the chair out from under the table yourself?
It's super annoying. Look, see, look how convenient this is.
No, that looks like it would get me motion sick, like, so quickly.
No, it wouldn't.
Like, how are you gonna, like, read your tablet or whatever the fuck on a ProPilot chair?
You're wrong. These...
Who are you, Donald Trump? You're wrong. Just calling everyone wrong. Just
right now, they have
introduced
the ProPilot chairs in a pilot program, you might say, with certain actual establishments in Japan for queuing outside of the establishment. But they say they'll get plenty of real-world testing across Japan this year, as they allow business owners to expand and tweet a request to apply for a loan for a set of chairs. So you can tweet. Okay. You get the chairs. What I'm curious about is when you tweet, do the chairs just arrive by themselves? Do they just roll up and like line up in front of your establishment
and then just become self-aware and kill your family?
Yeah, that's also a concern, is chairs knowing who they are and who you are.
Why does it have machine guns?
Yeah. So that's a difficulty. But I'm excited about this new technology and not having to stand as I wait in line.
Damn it.
I think it's important. Linked Dust, thank you for your $1 donation. Thank you for your concern that I should stop drinking so much. Actually, probably part of the reason this is affecting me so much is this is Tuesday is my drinking night. I have not drank at all this entire week. The last time I drank was when you saw me drinking.
Only drink for you.
Awesome Hardware 1 week
He only
ago.
drinks for you guys.
What do you think if NVIDIA randomly decided to give the 1050 Ti and non-SLI option, but not the 1060?
If you could,
that would be really. Point. I really doubt they will do that.
There's no point.
The 1050 Ti having SLI support, whereas the 1060 not having SLI support.
People would just buy a 1070.
It would make no sense. So I really don't think that would happen. Yeah. But thank you for your donation.
Okay, scary chairs off the list.
Yep.
Next we've got some Civ 6 PC requirements.
Yes, indeed.
Civ 6, it's already that time.
Final news story here from Hexus.net.
By the way, thank you very much, Chris, for the $10 donation.
Yes, indeed. Thank you, Chris.
I will drink more. I'll make sure
Chris
Paul does not.
Chris is trying to get us wasted.
It's working.
So Civ 6, I'm excited about Civ 6. Are you excited about Civ 6, Kyle?
I honestly have not invested enough time into Civ 5 to be excited about Civ 6. I'll be honest.
I thought you were like down with Civ 5. Like,
I have enjoyed.
You played it for a while.
I've enjoyed many hours of Civ 5.
Yeah.
But I have not played it to the extent that you have, which I've actually never finished a game in Civ 5.
That's okay. You definitely have not played as much as I have then.
No, I have not.
Civ 5, I actually was so excited about Civ 6 that I played through a Civ 5 game a couple weeks ago. And it ate up a bunch of my free time.
You're mad. I once played. I started a fresh game of Civ 5 like on a 13-hour flight, and I felt like I barely got halfway through the game.
It's incredibly time-consuming.
It's ridiculous. I don't know how you have the time.
Okay. So anyway, Civ 6 is exciting, and everyone should play it. But the minimum specs are actually pretty minimal. The minimal.
I would imagine.
Minimum specs.
Based on the name.
So many Intel Skylake chips, for example, with HD 530 graphics, should be able to comfortably play the game. That means that if you have a laptop or an ultra compact with a Skylake chip in it, you'll probably be able to just play Civ 6. Maybe not with the highest graphical settings available. But the minimum requirement is an i3 2.5 gigahertz or a Phenom 2 2.6 gigahertz. Now, I take issue with them just saying a Core i3 because i3 covers many, many different generations of Intel processors. And they're not all equivalent.
Yeah.
But anyway, 4 gigs of RAM, 12 gigs of hard drive space, 1 gig DirectX 11 video card, or a AMD 5570 or NVIDIA 450 equivalent. So minimum requirements are actually, again, pretty minimal. So lots of people should be able to play this game, even if you don't have a high-powered gaming PC. Recommended requirements are a 4th generation, or aka Haswell, 2.5 gigahertz processor, or an AMD 8350 4 gigahertz processor, which is
still pretty minimal.
Still pretty minimal.
Under it's $150.
Yeah,
CPU
like a
right
4th
there.
gen 2.5 gigahertz like digs pretty far down in the Haswell stack, but AMD 8350 4 gigahertz is actually pretty. I don't know. It seems like the AMD requirements are higher than the non-AMD requirements, I guess is what I'm saying. 8 gigs or more of RAM, 12 gigs or more of hard drive space, 2 gig DirectX 11 card, or the equivalent of an AMD 7970 or an NVIDIA 770, which is significantly higher than the minimum specs.
It's how much higher? How much higher?
Significantly.
Oh, okay. I
can enunciate.
You did.
But still not quite. Yeah. Yeah. Anyway.
That's not bad. I mean, the fact that you can run the game.
I'm just not going to finish that sentence.
Those requirements. I mean, it's not taxing at all. So that's good. I mean, it's not like you really need anything more than 30 FPS consistently for a game like Civ 5 or Civ 6. It's not a first-person shooter. It's, in case you guys aren't aware, it's like a top-down strategy game. So really frame rates and all that sort of thing aren't really too important. But
the 25th anniversary edition of Civ 6 will be available this weekend. That is a retail product limited to 20,000 copies. So, if you're into like, oh my god, there's only going to be a few of these available. I need to buy one. Sorry, there go the dogs.
And they hit the camera.
That's all right.
Still good.
My wife is home.
Good lord.
The dogs will calm down shortly. If you happen to buy the anniversary edition, it includes everything that you would get with a digital Deluxe Edition, plus the Aztecs, a 25th anniversary coin set, a display case, a 100-page hardcover art book entitled Civilization Through the Years, and specially themed packaging.
Wow.
If you're not into specially themed packages, then just wait for Civilization 6 to actually launch, which is October 21st. Like 3-4 weeks.
Yep. A lot of games launching in October.
Yeah.
Shit.
Or
Gears of War 4.
Yeah. It's almost like Q4 and end of Q3 is a popular time to launch products.
Hot season.
Buy.
Yep.
But all right.
Cool. Sounds fun.
You can also pre-order, but nobody should do that. Nobody pre-ordered. Nori, shut up.
Shut up.
Okay.
Dog.
Let's move on to the next segment, which Kyle's
Sorry.
is hailing. Wait, no, what's the word I'm saying? I'm really not doing a good job of hosting the show today.
You're doing great. You're doing a fantastic job.
Thank you, Kyle.
It is hard to get up here in front of a camera, in front of thousands of people. Actually, I'm overestimating ourselves. In front of hundreds of people.
Hundreds of people.
And try to rehearse things and recite the news. It is difficult. It's a difficult job
that I should not drink nearly as much alcohol as I drank on your half of the show. But
damn face off.
Hot and heavy hardware. Let's talk about stuff.
Well, let's do it.
All right.
What do we got?
Starting with the Razer's new Deathadder Elite.
What?
Right.
Another Elite product.
The Deathadder Elite, yeah. The theme for Hot and Heavy Hardware today is Elite. Because there's so much eliteness going on. So, all right. There's an article on PC World that you guys can read about this.
So this is just a rehash?
There's also a Razer website on it that has much more dramatic photography. Razer mouse. Look at the Omron switches. Omron. Look at that close-up shot of part of a mouse.
It's one of the buttons you click.
All right, so the Deathadder is one of the most popular gaming mice since its release in 2006.
It's crazy.
If you don't believe me, what the hell's
that? Behold the Deathadder.
This is a Deathadder.
Did you get that in 2006? It looks like
I've been using. No, it's not that old.
Maybe 2010.
This is the 3500 DPI version from... There's no year on this.
They usually don't print the years.
This is like a 2009 edition or something like that.
Still a 7-year-old mouse, still holding up though.
But the Deathadder gets a lot of props because it is one of the most popular gaming mice since its release. It has a classic scooped shape with two big thumb buttons, the forward and back buttons that I like to use there. And it's also got a scroll wheel.
Scroll wheels are good.
You might look and be like, oh, that's pretty standard, equipment.
So is it mainly the shape that's taken it to critical acclaim?
That's probably part of it, but it's also, they've always used really high quality switches and a really high quality sensor. Mm-hmm. So it's always just been the type of mouse that you plug in and use. And the reason that I often use it for my traveling mouse is that often when I plug it into like motherboards with finicky BIOSes or that kind of thing, like the motherboard where it's like, oh, we have mouse support in the BIOS, and then you try to use the mouse and it's like flipped upside down or something like that. Yeah. Just this mouse has, for me at least, had the most consistent, like, oh, I can just use the mouse in the BIOS and that kind of thing. Yeah. It's a simple design, but it's also very elegant, and they seem to have done a very good job with it. So, of course, they're releasing a new version, and people can buy it and spend more money on it. This is not a new Elite version of the Deathadder. This will actually replace the Deathadder Chroma. So the Deathadder Chroma that's been available for the past year or two will no longer be available, and now you will instead be able to buy the Deathadder Elite.
So does that mean there's no chroma lighting on this thing?
No, that does not mean that.
Oh.
It still has the same features as the Chroma,
That's
so
confusing.
It still has RGB lighting. It also has the new Razer Omron switches, or Razer mechanical mouse switches that they developed with Omron. Omron is kind of...
I don't like it when companies do that. What? I don't like when companies pair with like switch companies and like make their own versions of the switches.
But Omron is very widely like established as like just kind of the gold standard for switches.
But it's like if Razer were to like go to Cherry and like make a proprietary Cherry switch just for Razer products.
They wouldn't do that. It's too expensive.
I mean, I guess that's kind of like what Corsair did with the Rapid Fire, with the Silent MX.
Maybe.
But that's still going to be released on other keyboards in the future.
Not exactly. Well, there's a bug.
There's a buggy.
Go away.
I'm like Genjiing him out right now.
You were close.
All right, sorry.
All right. So other than these specially designed Omron switches, also includes the new Razer 5G optical sensor. The max.
Your husband's drunk.
The max.
Just saying.
With the max DPI of 16,000.
Good lord.
God damn it. No.
That could not have been any more well timed.
No. No. This will not happen. I just need to drink some water.
Is that water? Okay.
It is water.
Checking to see if it was beer.
God damn it.
I can't help you here. I mean,
you're right.
Maybe I could. Let's see.
All right.
The Razer Deathadder. You already said it's got a 5G optical sensor.
No, that's what I was trying to say. Was it is a 5G optical sensor with a max DPI of 16,000?
I'll just fill in the blanks of whatever you can't say.
And a tracking speed of 450 inches
per second. Holy shit.
I'm sorry.
Oh my god.
You shut your mouth.
I'm dead. Fucking rip.
Again. No. No. Hold on.
Okay.
I can fix this.
All right, just wash it down with some gin.
I know how to fix this. Hold on.
Paul has left the building, everyone. Hiccuping his way out the exit door. Yes, Paul is lit as fuck. It is true. But he's returned with water. He's gonna.
This is all I need.
He's got the shit in the bag, yo. Oh my goodness.
Right. If this.
More cider! You have a $5 donation from Steven for more cider. That will probably not happen, but thank you very much, Steven, for the donation. Cell's dying. Mods are falling off like flies.
I'm sorry,
They're dropping like flies.
I'm sorry.
Oh boy.
Shit. Alright.
Remember that one time cider fucked over our entire show?
So if this doesn't work, then I'm fucked.
Okay? Here's a good segue. What's your method for curing hiccups?
You drink water upside down.
That's what I do, and that seems to work for me too.
You do that too?
Yes.
All right.
But if that doesn't work, I have another solution for you.
Really?
Yes. If that doesn't work, which always helps if the upside down thing doesn't work. So try it out.
Drinking water upside down works for me. Like 99% of the time. There's like twice that it hasn't worked, and that's when I'm truly screwed.
Okay.
That means like
I've been in that state before.
That means tomorrow is done. Like I should not plan it. All right,
Nothing will happen.
Give it a shot here.
All right. So
you take the glass of water and you put your mouth on the far side of the glass, and then you just kind of lean on it.
Oh, okay. Makes sense. And how upside down do you actually go? Are you like doing a handstand, or you just do it like that, straight up like that? Okay. Interesting. My pop filter's a little in the frame.
Might be.
Oh, that's your pop filter.
Might not have mattered. Might be screwed up.
All right.
Either way.
Was that a hiccup right there or no?
I don't know. I can't tell. Sometimes it takes a couple attempts.
Okay.
I might be screwed. All right.
Make yourself cough a little bit. That usually incites it. Okay. You might be all right.
Chai Cohen, thank you for your dog.
Oh shit.
Damn it.
Okay.
I'm gonna do it one more time.
All right, do it one more time, and then
Let's see.
I'll tell you my secret. It's actually.
You have a secret?
It's okay. It's not really a secret because everyone. It's pretty common, but I feel like people just do it incorrectly.
I see.
Yeah.
Right, well, let me.
All right, you just do your thing. Guys in chat, do you think Paul will ever cure his case of the hiccups? Or do you think he'll cure them by the end of this episode? Let us know in chat.
Probably not. My guess is no at this point.
How does that feel?
But we'll see.
Oh, shit. What,
I
can't tell if you're burping from the water or if those are hiccups.
I'm kind of in the same...
I don't know either.
Yeah,
shit. Okay, so here's what I do. I hold my breath for as long as possible. Now, yes, that's very obviously right, duh.
Yeah.
But the way I do it is you have to inhale as much air as you possibly can. You have to take the deepest breath you've ever taken in your life and then hold it for as long as possible. I feel like most people just, as long as they like hold their breath, they just try it for like 30 seconds or whatever and they exhale, like, oh, it didn't work. You actually have to like take the deepest inhalation you can and hold it for as long as you possibly can, and that's usually when it works for me. Even above the upside down drinking thing. Really, really pack it in. Really. Ah, shit! All right, you're a lost cause. I'm sorry.
Yeah,
I'm sorry. I can't help you. I can't help you at that point. It usually works for me.
It's probably it's a fail.
Guys, do you have any other suggestions in chat? Honestly,
sorry.
you're a lost cause at this point.
You're right.
We should just roll on to the next story.
Make our week.
Buy a Deathadder Elite right now. Do it now.
Oh God.
But,
all right, this next story I have extensive notes on, and I'm sure I'm going to be able to get through them easily. This isn't an Antec article. No! Why? It's not
the
fair.
hiccups are like getting more.
It's not fair.
Becoming more inopportune.
They're becoming more like
strategic.
Like
and
the comic timing is becoming even more. All right.
Why don't you shut the hiccup?
This is really bad.
Oh my God.
I feel
I'm
awful.
so glad hiccups aren't contagious, because how horrible would that be if you gave
You're
it to
right.
me and we were
Then
just, hey Paul,
you would get
why
them.
don't you?
Soon. This is a thermoelectric cooler.
Thermoelectric?
I don't know what else to say about it.
It's the HEX 2.0.
It's got two metallic plates. When current is applied, one side heats up and the other side cools down.
It's a CPU cooler. This method of cooling was, and I can't even fill in the blanks to help you out because the hiccups are so distracting. They're happening more frequently now. It was like every 30 seconds, and now they're like every 5 seconds.
I'm not.
Like something's closing in on you. Eventually, that's all it's gonna be is hiccups for the next 20 minutes.
I'm sorry.
Oh my God.
Really,
People are crying in chat.
I'm really sorry.
Someone's saying eat peanut butter, drinking vinegar. People are just telling you to eat all kinds of heinous shit.
This terrible.
At this point,
all these terrible ideas.
Cold shower, hot coffee. Yeah, he's just gonna do all these things right now, guys, on stream. Just take a shower while drinking coffee and peanut butter.
All right.
Strippers.
Strippers. Yes, let's go to strippers. All right.
Oh my God, I think you're cured.
You're right.
Just from the sound of that.
Nope.
No, damn.
Okay.
We're gonna need to bring him in.
Here's what I think we should do. I think we should go to Q&A.
Q&A.
What do you think of Q&A?
Yeah, your answers will be a lot more effective.
All right, let's do Q&A. Guys, I'm sorry.
We can save sword fight for next week.
We had more stuff to talk about, but you're watching as
This is as good as it's gonna get.
It's not like I'm incoherently drunk or anything.
No, it's not.
It's just that I have
you can't physically
uncontrollable hiccups that keep happening. All right, so let's do Q&A. We're gonna answer some questions for you guys, and hopefully end this stream in a somewhat dignified fashion.
You know, there's some guy named Charles Osborne, who was born in the end of the 1800s, who hiccuped for a total of 68 years straight.
Oh, good. Yeah,
you could be him.
Longest set of hiccup.
You might actually be breaking his world record, and you don't even know it yet. Just peace of mind.
Witterbits said he donated on YouTube, but my hiccups caused the message to be ignored. So sorry, Witterbits, if we missed him. I'm sorry.
Just cry in a corner. Just cry in a corner now. Honestly, I don't even think anyone's going to ask questions at this point. They're just too focused on you hiccuping. They're just offering more solutions of how to stop hiccups, and someone said try Pornhub.
Hold my breath and swallow. Just a bunch of Pornhub. Yeah.
Is the 970 still a good card? Yes,
try to beat that record.
It's still a very good card.
Yeah.
It's fine. It's perfect for maxed out 1080 gaming. No problem. What's your opinion on the Phanteks P400S? I had the privilege of building in one of those for System Config, the last episode I did for the client, Jason. He really likes it so far. I followed up with him. He's in love with it. I think it's a really nice case. It's super easy to build in, and for the price point, it has a lot of quality features for a case of that range, or that price range. Jay, thank you very much for the $5 donation. Not Jay's 2 cents. Paul, hold your breath while drinking water for 46.
How can I do that?
He's a lost cause, guys. Don't even try to help him at this point.
Hold your breath while drinking water? How can you do that?
Aren't you forced to hold your breath while you drink water because you can't breathe while you're drinking water?
Yeah.
It's like you're forcing yourself to drown.
Yeah, the upside down drinking of water usually solves it for me, like I said. So, I don't know. I think I'm screwed.
Someone said sugar works. Shit.
Sugar, a spoonful of sugar.
Helps the medicine go down.
Perfect.
1440.
Moder P. Perfect 1440p, 144 hertz card. 1070, I would say.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'd agree with that. Let's see. 1060 instead of 480. They trade blows right now. 1060 overall is the faster card, but I would say give it a year or two, and maybe that's not the case. Maybe DirectX 12 and things like Vulkan, those newer APIs will have the 480 ahead of the 1060, but also in 1 or 2 years, you might just be looking for a new card at that point. So just, I don't know. If you just want the pure faster card for what the games are currently, then maybe I'd say the 1060 is the faster card overall. But,
okay.
You know, preference and stuff.
Dave Wath3 said, what are your thoughts on 191 hertz gaming monitors? I will say, having gamed at 100 hertz, 120 hertz, and 144 hertz, that my experience, at least on 100 hertz G-Sync monitor, has been good. To the point where 120, 140 hertz hasn't seemed like something I should go for. So cranking it all the way up to 180 or 200 hertz seems less useful to me. But
because at the end of the day, you're probably going to be paying more money for that too.
Maybe.
Because, I mean, for sure, because how many 191 hertz monitors do you see these days? And so if it's like the first of its kind...
There's a few coming out that are 200.
$200?
200 hertz.
Oh, 200 hertz. Yeah, but I mean, it's still like it's a numbers game at this point. Like, first it was resolution, and then it was response time, and now it's refresh rate. Like, that's the new numbers game that monitor manufacturers are playing. So if they can come out with a monitor that's 200 hertz, that's obviously way higher than 144 hertz, they're going to put a premium on that. And is that premium going to be worth the visual difference that the common average gamer is going to be able to tell, coming from 144 hertz to 200 hertz, is going to be worth that $150, $200 premium that you pay?
That's the question.
I don't know.
That is the question that the person is asking.
It's a personal thing. Some people can tell the difference, some people can't.
My thought is once you get up into the mid 100 hertz, 100 to 150 hertz range, I feel like your appreciability of the higher refresh rate does start to fall off.
It's a whole other angle to
Yes.
What is it called? What's that thing called?
I don't know.
Diminishing value.
Diminishing marginal utility.
Yes, diminishing margin of
It's
returns.
an economic term.
Whatever.
Linked Dust, thank you for your $1 donation. Would we consider a live stream where we both pick parts privately, then build your own computers simultaneously, and then test them in the end to see who has better performance?
That sounds fun.
Sounds cool. Sounds difficult to do live. That would take like 4 hours or more.
Unless we had like a multi-twitch going on.
Yeah, I mean, if you're giving a couple hours, 1 to 2 hours to build a system, you gotta get like Windows installed on it, get everything up to date, and then actually run benchmarks. I'm just saying, doing that all live
it'd be intense.
There'd be a good amount of downtime, where you're just like sitting waiting for Windows to install or something like that.
Right.
Yeah.
Unless you already had Windows installed on the drive, and you already had the motherboard drivers installed on the drive. Like you had already assembled the rig and then you disassembled it only to reassemble it again for the stream itself. That could work. And we could have a split screen, like you on the left, me on the right, and we could each be in our own corners of the room, not being able to see what else is going on the other person's end. That'd be kind of cool. We'll think about it.
Yeah, that could be fun.
No other questions?
Are we getting all of our donations? someone said they gave $40 an hour ago and it didn't show it. Maybe not, because I have not seen any $40 donations.
No, I did not either.
Or if you gave it on Kyle's stream, but you did it like after we switched to my stream, then maybe that was missed.
That's cool though. I'm cool with that.
Kyle's still okay with that though. But yeah, it does seem like the donations have been coming through. But yeah, sorry if we missed any of them.
If you did happen to donate $40, thank you very much. That's much appreciated.
Yes, indeed.
But let's see, maybe 2 more questions.
Sure.
All right. What is the best? No.
How do I give you money? You need to be on gaming.youtube.com instead of www.youtube.com.
Yes.
/ whatever the URL is for a live show.
Or you can wait for us to become Twitch partnered, and then you can subscribe to us.
Yes, that's another option. But if you're on the gaming.youtube.com, there's a little $sign down there, and you could use that to donate. We look 5 years younger in this episode. Well, that's cool.
It's like we're back at Newegg.
I'm happy with that. I'm glad that your slightly cleaner look has somehow carried over to make me look younger too.
Yeah, it's contagious.
It's awesome.
You're welcome.
All
right. I think on that note, we should probably close out the episode, guys. Thank you very much for tuning in. Let's do some Johnson shout-outs. Any of y'all who picked up anything from our stores. I have nothing. None of you bought anything from my store. I hate you all.
You got nothing?
You can all go to hell. No, I'm just kidding.
Maybe I have nothing too. No, I have one. I have a Johnson.
What?
I have a Johnson for Rory.
Say what?
Thank you, Rory.
Rory.
Picked up a thumbscrew shirt in black.
Nice.
Thank you so much, Rory, for helping support.
Nice. And
the
also
channel and the show and all that good stuff.
And before we close out, we would like to push you all, if you guys are still in a Twitch viewing mood, to one of our favorite streamers on Twitch.tv, Deb.
Yeah.
Defebor is currently streaming, so go ahead and watch her on Twitch.tv/Defebor. She's streaming shit. Go ahead and raid the shit out of her ass.
Tell her that we sent you over there.
Yep. She's a fun streamer to watch.
Tell her.
Give her some shit.
Tell her to clean up her. She cusses too much.
Tell her to clean up her fucking potty ass mouth.
All that.
Cunt.
What?
I don't know. I just had to top. You know, whatever she's saying over there. I had to.
Exactly.
I just one up her. You know.
Exactly.
Just go with the cunt word. It's a trump card. No pun intended. All right. Thank you guys so much.
Thank you, Pup, again for your donation.
Yep.
Thanks for liking my inventory video.
Yep.
What hardware impressed me the most?
Do not rate her ass in that way.
I don't know.
Okay.
Everything impressed me.
All right. Thank you guys so much for tuning in.
I'm impressed with everything.
Love you all. Have a good night.
Right.
We will not be after partying tonight because I've got a lot of work to do for TwitchCon and stuff.
Sorry about that.
So go watch Deb.
Bye, everybody.
Bye.
Go say. Never mind. Shut
up. Shut up.